going on, friends? My name is M23 and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 3DS. We're wrapped up last time. We got done with the Fire Temple, and then now in this part we are, well, we're outside of the Fire Temple now, and it is time to head on out. Before we go ahead and do that, there's actually a few things that we can do here. So we're going to go ahead and make ways over there right now. First thing of interest here, as you can see, this is from this will take you to Goron City. So you want to go ahead and make a left from that place, and then as you can see, there is a little cave area right there. So we're gonna go ahead and see what is up with this. Okay, so we have a Great Fairy Fountain inside of the Death Mountain crater with all these water and such. And I'm surprised with how the temperature of Death Mountain crater that the water's not all evaporated. That's a little odd, but anyway. Oh. No fancy-dancy pose this time. So this is the Great Fairy of Wisdom. I will grant you an enhancement to your magic power. Suddenly feeling kind of weird. Alright, sorry. I was a little quiet there, and that's because if the mic picked it up, which it most likely did, somebody was making lots of noise. But anyway, now we have double the magic, so we can pretty much use any item that uses up magic more times than usual. Which, later on, it does become very helpful. Alright, so then you can go around here, and then now this is pretty much a nice little shortcut all the way around different places of Death Mountain Crater. Let's see what's going on up here. If you see that right there is a heart piece, but we cannot actually get to it right now. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. I believe this actually leads us to... Yeah, it does, okay. Yeah, this leads us over here in the entrance to Death Mountain Crater from Death Mountain. And then, this right here doesn't really contain anything that important, but it's just a Sheikah stone, and that's really all it gives you. Okay. That's pretty much all there is to see here. So with that, I'm actually going to carefully head on down over here. Okay. Okay, good. Alright. Okay, we are now outside here. I lulled earlier, and I went inside the Great Fairy Fountain, but anyway. There's a few things that we can get here now that we have the Megaton Hammer. Just a couple things. One of which being over here. You can actually... okay. I wanted to give myself a couple chances because you technically don't need the Megaton Hammer in order to get these gold Skulltulas, but it's really dumb. You gotta do an extremely precise slash on the gold Skulltula, and then do a really precise jump attack in order to actually make it across. In order to actually make it across and go and clip right through the boulder in order to get the gold Skulltula token, and it's not very fun to do. So rather than wasting my time, I mean I like sequence breaking, but rather than there's a point where sequence breaking is actually worth it. Okay, yeah. So here's another gold Skulltula right here. I'm gonna give myself a couple tries at this. Oh. Ah, all right. Nope. This wasn't meant to be. But here we go. These are the couple gold Skulltulas that we can get now that we have the Megaton Hammer. Alright, let's go to some other place interesting. Oh my, what happened here? Why are all the buildings on fire? Oh, it's Sheik. Get back? Oh my god! What was that? Uh-oh. Oh my god! It's like a tornado just got her! Ooh, that is a giant shadow. I think that's kind of crazy. A giant shadow? Oh, we could not get it. A terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Kakariko Village, had sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. But the force of the evil spirit got so strong, the seal of the well broke and it escaped into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger without any help. Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil shadow spirit and save Impa. There's an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into this infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. And with that, we have learned the Nocturne of Shadow. Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you. Alright. Okay, so you said you'll take care of the village, but also you just disappeared. So how are you taking care of the village if you're just not there? That doesn't make any sense to me. So the Nocturne of Shadow will warp you to the graveyard. There's a specific part in the graveyard that you just cannot access unless you have the song. So it's a very important song for that reason. But also grant you a very short access to Kakariko Village as a result as well. However, if you go into Shadow Temple, you can do the Shadow Temple right now, technically. Well, unless you're really good, you'll probably have troubles. So I'm just gonna go back. All right, it has been a while since we've been here in the market. Yeah, we're have to go through all these redeads. You can actually, if you defeat redeads, you get magic drops always, and so they're a pretty decent way of getting. Oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. These things weren't here earlier. Yeah, so you get magic every time you defeat one of those redeads. So if you're low on magic, you can easily farm off of those enemies. And there's a lot of redeads in the market. Which I guess those are like the zombies of the soldiers, now that I think about it. Because if you notice, as an adult, there's not a single soldier at all. Ah, I see. So this is where you go to. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage, but there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. Man, there's a lot of things with time in it. There's the Ocarina of Time, the Door of Time, the Pedestal of Time, the Song of Time, the Song of Time blocks. Man. In the realm of dreams, you should be able to face them anew. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time. The Prelude of Light. And we have learned the Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. We shall meet again. Alright, so now you're going to go back to the village. Okay, so technically this cutscene is supposed to be, you're supposed to see this cutscene after you beat the Forest Temple. But since we're going to have to go back in time here. It's more work doing it. I'd say it's more work doing it here now, just for the convenience of the route that I'm taking in this playthrough. So yes, at some point you will have in the game, like no matter what you do, you will have to go back to Child Link. Technically, this would be the only time that you would have to go back to Child Link. But in this route that I'm taking, I'll go back to Child Link 2 times. One being this time, the other one being a little bit later. But okay. So now that we're back to a child, and also with the Prelude of Light, you warp back here in the Temple of Time, which isn't really useful because you can just save and quit, and then it'll take you back to the Temple of Time every single time, so it's really not a very good song, for that matter. The only reason I could think of it being useful is when you're in a dungeon and you just decide you want to go back to the Temple of Time. But anyway, let's go and make use of... Oh, how does the song go again? Alright, I already forgot. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot harder. Yeah, these warp songs are definitely more complex to memorize than the, what is it? What is it called? The regular Ocarina songs. I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, actually, I take it back. I'm not going to the graveyard just yet. I'll be going there a little later. So let's go ahead and go somewhere else here. Where do I want to go? Oh, I know where I want to go. So, as you recall, not recall, but there is... Let's see what happens if we explode Death Mountain Crater in the lower part, because we couldn't really, you can't really access the lower part here as a child. But with the Blare of Fire, we can here. Alright, 2 minutes, that's more than enough time. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves some items here. Alright. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and place our bugs down over here. And then also do this. And then here's our next gold Skulltula. There we go. Okay, awesome. All right, so this will be useful so that when we go back here as an adult, we can get the heart piece that's all the way up over there in one of these mountains. Okay, now we can go and leave to go somewhere else here. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to go change my Scarecrow song, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, let's go ahead and change our song here. Alright, so the song that I decide is going to sound like this. Alright, and so yeah, you can change your Scarecrow song to be whatever you want, which is what I like about this thing. And then just to make sure to confirm it, you can just play it. Yeah. And that's gonna be pretty that's going to be good. I mean, the other song YA, it's easy, but also that's pretty lame. Like, if I was playing through this game as fast as I can, then yes, I'll make my Scarecrow song simple, but I'd rather make my Scarecrow song interesting rather than making it look like, well, nothing, really. Hello, everyone! Welcome back to the Lost Woods, and then now we're going to actually head over here. Actually, I saw something really cool. The rupees are forming an arrow leading down over there, so without the silver scale, you cannot actually go over to... You can't dive deep enough to go down over here to this entrance. So now here we are in Zora's River. And I'm actually going to head on backwards now. So there's actually a few cool things that we can do. So we actually have one magic bean currently. And I know exactly where that one magic bean is going to be used for, which is in an area that we haven't really been to yet. Alright, so we're going to head down over here. And then go on to this little pedestal. Well, kind of a pedestal. Some frogs are looking at you from underwater. Well, isn't that just creepy? Alright. So, the really cool thing about this is that you play your ocarina, and then all these frogs are going to group up. And then if you go and play a song for them, then something pretty nice is going to happen. Whoa, they got big. Alright. And so anytime you play a song for them, you get a purple rupee. Which is nice, like, early on. This is actually a really good place to get rupees. Since, you know, you do need quite a bit of rupees early on in the game, but we're at the point where you don't really gain... Well, you don't really get a lot... Well, you don't really need rupees that much anymore, but... this is something I could have done much earlier, but this is a more convenient time to do it. And actually, if you play the Song of Storms specifically, then you'll get a very special reward. That melody is so cool, singing in the pond. Well, whoa, what a feeling. Please take this as a token of our froggish gratitude. And then if you play the Song of Storms, you get a piece of heart. Now this actually is interesting because it's just the Song of Storms specifically. I thought you needed all the songs in order to play for the frogs, but it's just a Song of Storms, which I guess they intended you to play all the songs and then come back later when you have the Song of Storms. But No, it's just the Song of Storms, and they give you a heart piece. But you do have to play all the songs for them. So let's go and play another song here. Let's go and play the Sun Song for these guys, and let's see how these guys what these guys will say about this. That melody is so fine. We should all practice it. And so yeah, they say the same thing every single time. Okay. And that Sun Song did not really do much, or at least maybe it did, because I heard the music reset, so maybe I did just change the time. All right, let's play another song. How about Epona's song? You play the ocarina well. Okay, you seem to really like it. All right. All right. How about this? Oh, I was playing it right. Okay, I thought I was playing it wrong. All right. Oh man, they are getting much bigger. And then we get ourselves more rupees. FYI, you cannot. Well, warp songs do not work on these frogs. All right, let's see. Wait, what? How does this work? Oh. Okay. Alright, let's play another song, and let's see how they like it. Okay, they seem to really like it. They're all like the same size, and they're all huge. My god, I guess listening to music really makes you grow in size. Keep that in mind when you're listening to music. Okay. Oh no. Okay, this is annoying. Alright, coming up is a really, really difficult minigame, unless you know how this goes. Other than that, this is extremely difficult. Look at us, we're all huge frogs. We are the world-famous Fabulous 5 Froggish Tenors. Yeah, okay. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us. Okay, so, if you're ready, you want to go really fast at this. Like, there's almost little to no room for error at this. So, hopefully, we can get this. And given that, you know, I struggled many times on this in my original playthrough from 5 years ago. But now we're on OOT 3D, which, in my opinion, is a little bit easier. So, anyway, let's do this. That's okay. Okay, hold on. Alright, well, I thought I could get it first try, but I got a little cocky there. But here we go. Oh, what? Oh my god. Alright. Oh man, I make myself look like a fool now. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, you did perfect. Perfect. We are stuffed. Would you take this token of our gratitude? Wow. Okay. I really did make myself foolish there. You can't see it, but I actually did write down the notes for this because it's always the same, but apparently I didn't write down enough notes. And so I was failing at that constantly. Well, that was foolish of me. Oh man, that sucks. Oh well, now I have to do that again. So, what is there to do now? I guess we're gonna go ahead and head on back to Kakariko Village. So let's go ahead and do that. And now that we have our nice little Okay, there we go. Alright. Trying to memorize these songs. This is the one that I memorized the least, I think. Yeah, I don't know this one very well compared to the other Ocarina songs. But, anyway, now that we have the warp song in Kakariko Village, and as you can see, this actually takes us over here to this part of the graveyard, and then we go and head over here, and in the normal mode, this would be the one time where Din's Fire is required, but obviously, since we've been using Din's Fire multiple times throughout everywhere in dungeons in this mode, it's not the only time that we use Din's Fire, yeah, you cannot just use fire arrows and light up all these torches here. It just wouldn't work like that. And actually, you can technically enter this dungeon as Child. This is actually the only temple that you can enter as Child Link, but you just cannot do anything in Shadow Temple as Child. Which would be cool, but it just isn't meant to be, unfortunately. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and head on over here. Okay, so welcome back to Kakariko Village. It is evening-ish, and then we're actually gonna go over here. Okay. Hello, sir. Go round, go round, go round and around and around. What fun! I'm so happy. I'm a music man who loves to go around and around, go round and around. I'll try to come up with a musical theme inspired by this window, going around, around, around. Okay. How about this? Oh my god, it's raining inside this place. Having rain inside of, raining inside is kind of just strange logic. But, whoa, look how fast the windmill's going. And it's even raining outside of, the village. And, okay, I guess this makes a lot of sense. The water is drained. Okay. And then the water just, well, it's still raining outside, and then the water just goes down? Does that make any sense, ladies and gentlemen? But anyway, go round, go round, go round. What? It's going way too fast! And so, basically, if you follow along with, like, storylines or whatnot, we just create a time paradox, because as anybody remembers, the first time that we were there as an adult, that guy was pretty pissed that that some guy just decided to play the Song of Storms in front of that guy, and it messed up the windmill. And you know, how can anybody hold a grudge for 7 years? But basically, yeah. So he's pissed because we did it. We created a time paradox, and you know, it's kind of crazy. This episode is kind of crazy. That, you know, we don't know anything about this, and then we just go back in time and then actually do it. Now it all makes sense. But it's just so strange to me that it just happens that way. But, anyway, the water is now drained. Actually, actually interesting thing is that if you go down here as an adult, there's actually no water. But, now we just drain the water here as Child, and then guess what? We can now enter inside here. As an adult, you cannot actually do this at all. But we're going inside and see what we got. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bottom of the well, or Breath of the Wild, because they both have the same acronym. Anybody who doesn't go onto my streams know that I like to joke around and call Breath of the Wild bottom of the well because they have the same acronym. But anyway, that's not important. In the next part of Ocarina of Time 3D, we are going to explore the bottom of the well. So that is going to be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.